the draft, actually, oddly enough. I really like the Medusa pick. I think that that's golden, right? Into the LC Clockwerk Mars, who don't really want to be standing still and fighting that guy. Girl, guy, whatever that Medusa thing is, right? But yeah, what do you think about, I mean, the AM is the classic, oh, I'll just drain all her mana, but does that actually work in 2021?
I think right now Medusa is turning into this 20-minute core.
Yeah.
Besides, like, compared to last time where Medusa is a 60-minute core, so teams are starting to play around Medusa timing a lot better. That's why we have been seeing a lot of Medusa just rushing Divine Rapier and then get Aegis and then just walk down to Tower S5. In this case, I think the 5-man potential coming out from Neon are much stronger with Pango ulti, with Gyro, call down, with of course the Stone Gaze as well coming out from Medusa. So I feel like if Neon can gather themselves a decent advantage over after the laning phase, they would have the really early timing going to 5-man, and then you know that Neon they're the master coming into mid game aggressiveness. So feels like Neon should be pretty comfortable with their draft here. And from Wise Esports side, it's just all in on Anti-Mage or none. So they'll have to just die for the Anti-Mage and just play around the Anti-Mage.
It kind of works like that was the game plan last time, right? Just get Palos going, just create a little bit, space, and then let him kind of just control the game. And I just feel like you're putting way too much pressure on him to kind of carry the game. I think that it's too difficult, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely it looks like a pretty difficult one, because if you look at the other two cores on Wise Esports side, Mars, LC, they're okay, they're not too greedy, but they definitely want more items to join the team fight. It's not like it's not a hero that, alright guys, I have a 6, let's do something. It's not the Park, it's not the Kunkka. Like Mars, this hero does need a bit of that, a bit of items.
Okay.
And then top lane, normally you want to pick Anti-Mage into a good laning phase. He has Clockwerks at his post 5 this game, which is pretty decent, but Pangolier plus Cordo, they can actually do so much cheap damage to harass Anti-Mage off the lane.
I mean, it's a lot of bursts. You just got to be super careful in terms of how you proceed, so to speak. But, I mean, I feel like Clock is going to have not the greatest lane. Like, he's tanky and everything, but to deal with Pango and Coddle, who just burst you and, like, they just have the mobility to kind of just deal with you, I think you might have a rough time.
Yeah, definitely. Clockwerk will have to be the one sacrificing all this gold to buy constant tango, salve for the Anti-Mage so that he can stay on the lane. Mid one though, like, I haven't seen this matchup a lot, to be honest. Gyrocopter versus Mars, both of these heroes are not the traditional mid that we see most likely, but I think Filipino have this trend that they're starting to pick Gyrocopter on the mid lane, simply because of how strong this hero is when he go for the magic build. It's like a discounted Puck in one sense.
Yeah, it does quite a lot. And I feel like Bob is probably going to have to prioritize at least a Hood, maybe into a Pipe if he really wants to help his team. But as I say that, Enri gets a little low. And what do you think about this bottom lane?
Rubick LC, I don't think they will be able to do too much damage to Medusa here, since Medusa, his attack range is pretty legit. Whenever you want to come to her, she'll just throw you the Mystic Snake. And to mind everyone, I think a lot of people forget that Mystic Snake does not steal mana anymore. Because when I look at some official stream, and then they were still think, oh, Medusa can steal mana, but it's not. She cannot do that anymore.
Who said that? On an official stream? Somebody? Who's doing that?
I forgot.
You gotta call them out. You gotta call them out, because these guys, they clearly can't analyze like you can. They need to get. they need to get to your level.
Wow. This better not start the war. Happy Chinese New Year, guys.
Oh, okay, fine. I guess we'll be a little bit more festive and nice to everybody then. Okay, just at least for the next 3 days or so.
Yeah, look at the mid lane. Gyrocopter is already putting down a lot of pressure. Oh, Zenki.
Ooh, he's gonna have to cog just to keep himself alive. Scam is trying to walk around that. Zenki is about 2 shots away, at least from that Coddle. Living dangerously there. Alright, but Bob is a little bit low himself. He's going to be going bracers, bottle. He's going to just kind of go for that little sustain. AM, on the other hand, is blinking forward. He picked up his Ring of Health. That seems very early at 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, he skipped all the items to get a Ring of Health, which is going to be really crucial for him to sustain himself on the lane. But if you look at the items coming out from Scam and also Playhard, Scam has Blackstone, Playhard has All of Venom. So this is like the discounted of corrosion, but split into two guys. So maximum efficiency coming from Neon here, and also they are actually dealing so much auto right-click damage to Palos. That's why Ring of Health is such an early item for him.
I mean, it's really going to help out with the sustain. Zenki on the other hand was just doing a nice little pull there into a stack. Doesn't need to be careful because I think he gave up the stack to the enemy then. But Bob is going to get, the timing on that one is unfortunate, at least for Yopaj there, because he probably could have bursted him down with Rocket Barrage there if the creep wave hadn't come. Schem here, just a little bit of zoning on Palos. Palos probably doesn't really want to tank this creep wave here, but he doesn't really have much of a choice. In the bottom lane, the Snake, the overwhelming odds onto both, and Johnwell gets a little bit low, no mana on almost everybody in the bottom lane, so it looks like everybody is really trying down here.
Yeah, and Nick's Assassin is just putting his body as a protection for Nasumi now, so that he's like, alright, if you guys want to kill the Medusa, you have to go through me, you have to step through my dead body. So that's basically. Oh, Yopaj, he gets a regen rune for himself and also a chakra from Scam.
Yeah,
that's really sweet.
Very fortunate in that sense. But Bob here gets stunned. He does have a level advantage, so if anything, he's doing well in that sense. And he's actually out last hitting, so Bob is just trying to keep it competitive. And they're going to glyph here. They're going to go for this one. The spear into God's Rebuke, and Bob gets first blood right onto Yopaj.
Yeah, he even tipped Yopaj before he kills him. So that's like a warning for you. And then if you don't back off, I'm just gonna kill you, and he did.
Just I love the BM and just like the the little micro plays that happen between, because it gets so competitive, especially when you're mid. You're constantly playing this hero against him, and you have this matchup that you need to play. You need to definitely attack them, not only in the game but also mentally as well. So get out your chat wheels and all chat and all that, and just go at it.
Ooh.
Zenki taking a decent amount of damage. Playhard is going to use the Fairy Fire, but Playhard, just a sliver of life, and he's going to just be fine for now. And they go with the nice little chakra into the swashbuckle, and Playhard is going to secure that one. Oh, sorry, Devil. Or Schem will secure that kill.
That was so close. That amount of teamwork, man, just incredible coming out from Neon. It seems like they just always know how much is the age that they can go on their own heroes. Yeah, really good understanding on their own. Scam is just constantly using his Illumine to not only get the range creep, but also harass Anti-Mage in the meanwhile.
Right. And Zenki here passes over the bottle. Here's the arena. The spear is going to connect. He walked back into it. The Rocket Barrage doing a decent amount of work. TPs are coming. Oh no, it's been canceled. They've got the cogs in. They've got Yopaj. But the next TP is coming, and it looks like they misclicked there. That seemed very odd, but Bob gets swashbuckled, and he's going to take a lot of damage. He gets speared to this side, but Johnwell's looking to make the save. Bob has really nowhere to go. The Impale's going to be a little off the mark. Bottle keeping him alive. God's Rebuke doing some work, and they do kill Play Hard. And Johnwell now is on the run. The Courier as well, and Samuel can't choose. He goes for Johnwell. The cogs in. The spear is back as well, and Bob paying off in spades. 4-1. What's going on here?
Very well played coming up from Bob. He just understands his hero's pick. He knows that once he hit level 6, we talk about, Mars is a hero that requires a little bit of item, but if he doesn't have those items, he can ask for his teammates to come and assist him. And the clock assistant was very well needed to help him get the kill on Gyrocopter. So I like how Esports, every single power rune, they will just all go to Bob, and then they'll try to make something happen around him.
Oh, they got the cogs in. They've got Natsumi right where they want him, and he doesn't actually have the mana. Oh, the chakram. He gets pulled back. Nice little lift up there and puts him out it, and then Fade Bolt will secure that one. Samuel gets the kill there, and it looks like the bottom lane, man, they're doing pretty well, and Vice Esports up 5-1. Is this it?
This is not a pick for Neon yet. I'm not too worried about Neon. Neon always tend to shine after laning phase. And Wise Esports, I think their laning phase have always been pretty solid. Even last game, their laning phase was really good too. Until the mid game where the maneuvers just kind of fall off against Neon.
Right.
But what I want to see is really Anti-Mage needs to be the one popping off here. He needs to get like a crazy early timing for Fury, and then just work his way into the unstoppable force that can eventually carry his team through with the Medusa.
And it's very interesting you say that, because it's like I always make comparisons into chess, right? In the sense that the laning phase is like the opening phase in chess, and usually when you have a good opening phase, you're gonna have a pretty easy time in the mid to late game because you're just so far ahead. But it feels like Vice, yeah, they can do a great opening, but Neon have their number in the mid game, and it seems like Vice are making a lot of mistakes towards that mid game.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these are just patience and understanding. Some of the teams are just very well in. Oh, Samuel though.
It's getting a little low. Playhard is going to go after him. The lift up, the arena in, and they found the pangolier. They spear him back and Playhard. This is why pangoliers are starting to get extinct, yo.
Not sure what is Playhard doing there on level 5. He's trying to make a move on Rubick, but he doesn't have Ruin Thunder. It's going to be a hard kill. And Bob is just very fantastic on using his spear so far, very on point. And this is some tips for all the Mars players out there, is that if you're not too comfortable with using your spear first in an arena, you can always arena God's Rebuke to slow the guy down and then hit your spear. That would increase a lot in terms of your accuracy on your spear.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, if you can't hit your spears, don't play Mars. That's how I would solve it. No. All right, but Bob here continuing to farm. Look at top 3 net worth all going the way of Vice right now. These guys are starting to roll. I mean, the laning phase is pretty good, but it's only 2K net worth lead. Samuel, though, walks up to the high ground. He does get killed. They've got the missile onto Bob. They slow him down. John Well is just creating a little bit of space, if anything, but he's only level 4, and here comes the duel, and he had really no chance, and they end up killing now.
Instant smoke to find more, but yeah, smoke is getting scouted up by the nice ops there. That is some kind of ward, man. You know, it's very hard to actually de-ward that thing.
Yeah, it's hard to find that, if anything. Like, it's not really one of the normal ones, and I love the fact that, like, teams are starting to evolve even with their warding, right? They don't just put it up on the cliff, you know, the same old place. So very interesting.
The only way to really get this ward de-warded is just that you need to study Neon's replay. You need to study specifically on how Geno or Scam have been warding in the mid game. So I think that's the only way you can get rid of those.
Okay, you lost literally every single Dota player when you said study. Nobody's gonna study.
That's true.
All right, Rocket Barrage here. Zenki, he's going to actually cogs him back and just kind of tank most of that, but he's going to back off here, create a little bit of space for Bob, and he should be fine.
Yeah, the biggest news for Icewar is that Palos on the Anti-Mage, he's getting uninterrupted farm, uncontested farm. He's going to have a really, really good Fury timing here since he rushed for it. He does not have any other item, so he's just going to go for a Naked Fury. In this case, which I think is good.
Oh, nice 2-man impale. It looks like they're going to go. They've got the Blade Mail on Enryu, who gets missiled back and sent to death. Very fire, keeping it alive just a little bit longer, overwhelming out, and Playhard does get that swashbuckle. So they've got 2 for nothing, and they want to go for Samuel. Samuel's got level 6. He actually steals the swashbuckle, goes to the high ground. He's got Rolling Thunder, though, and that's probably one you wanted to steal, and Samuel's going to get killed there by the Playhard Rolling Thunder, doing a little bit of work. Triple kill going the way of him, and it looks like he's going to miss the next one, but John Well and Bob are looking to just run for now. The TPs, the arena used defensively, just keeping him alive, and Zenki does have him cogs into the arena. It's a little Venn diagram of just abilities. Yopaj gets pushed out, and he's a little too deep. Does need to be careful. He might get Zenki on the way out. He does, and he's going to bottle for now. He's going to just try to run to the high ground. And he gets overwhelming odd. Fairy Fire from John Well. Playhard is going to swashbuckle on the back end. Bob is just going to just taunt it, try to bring him back, but unfortunately Yopaj is not going to buy this. Oh, he gets speared forward, but he doesn't die. Swashbuckle onto Bob. The missile as well, connecting onto Bob. So there's a lot of action, and it looks like the lift up on John Well, so they've got something. The swashbuckle's a little off the mark. Playhard just misses that one. He goes in for this one. He gets speared back, and Bob is not the target. He's just so tanky, and they got the duel onto Skev as well. And this is an ongoing team fight. Palos gets a double kill, though.
Yeah, we talk about trash team fight, and this definitely is one for Neon. I was very surprised that Playhard actually committed himself into the triangle, knowing that Nyx has already died, and also Anti-Mage was there too. So they actually fed a lot of experience and go turrets into Anti-Mage. He just completed his Battle Fury. Now he's on his way to Power Shred. He has the entire bottom lane to himself as well. There's no observer at all for Neon Esports at the bottom jungle, so Anti-Mage should have a pretty good time here.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, he's got a Battle Fury, but this guy's got literally no boots. Oh, no, he just got brown boots now. He's going to get treads next, and they're trying to hunt him down. But first item, Battle Fury, are you okay with that? You know, I feel kind of naked a little bit. Oh, Palos gets gone on Impale as well. They do find him, and that's a pretty big start, but he did buy out. So in terms of actual stealing of net worth, not the greatest there.
Yeah.
Impale.
Real? Well, that's a DD on your perch.
Doesn't need to be careful, and the missile will connect. They have the flare, so they do have vision of this. Johnny Wells just kind of going in and out. Natsumi, on the other hand, is just continuing to farm. Okay, what item is Natsumi like gonna get, and then you're comfortable with? Is it gonna be, you know, like what itemization does he need to go?
Normally, if you want to go for a faster tempo one that allows you to hit towers, some of them go for Dragonlance.
Okay.
If you're looking to survive, you may think of Manta style S and Y. In this case, he went for the S and Y, which is a little bit unpopular. But when you're up against LC, Rubick, and also Mars, S and Y becomes very necessary for you. So I'm okay with that. It's just that I want to see him joining his team more in terms of pushing tower, because right now you know that Feather Fury is on Anti-Mage already. It makes your mid tower push even more desperate from Neon Esports. So I want to see them just running down mid as a 5-man, because
Rolling Thunder, they're going to look to go for this. Samuel, though, gets he gets the mana burn there, and the hook shot is going to be a little off the mark. The Rocket Barrage is going to do a decent amount of work. It connects onto 3. Enryu is just looking to just run up and just duel somebody, but here comes the arena. Bob is going to use that defensively. Natsumi is going to stand his ground and Stone Gaze and locks him into place. Bob goes down, gives away a kill streak, which is pretty massive.
Career too?
And they've got the courier as well, and that just seemed to be a terrible, terrible decision for Vice Esports.
What happened there to Bob? That was a career sitting in front of Tier 1 tower, holding his Blink Dagger. So he's now dead, and 2.5 minutes without his Blink Dagger. Like, we say that Neon, it seems like they're always, you know, just shine doing this mid game, but it feels like more like Wise, they are just crumbling every single time when it comes to mid game.
Like, it's crazy to me. Again, it's like the laning phase, Vice usually comes out on top, but then Neon just come back, and it just seems like there's a whole bunch of mistakes that Vice do, and they just tend to play a little bit inconsistently.
Yeah, this is the thing that you cannot do when you're up against a team like Neon's caliber. Like, whenever you make one, you know, mistake on your positioning or whatnot, the entire team of Neon are just there to punish you. They're just so well in capitalizing on mistakes, and now they're putting Natsumi as a bait.
Ooh, Natsumi. Oh, they go in, play hard, did spot them out, and the spear is going to connect, and it actually goes on to Skem as well. He takes a little bit of damage. Enryu getting a little low. They do need to be careful. Rolling Thunder, the duel, but Enryu is looking to just go all in on this one. He gives up dual damage, though, but he's just trying to lock him into place. Zenki, on the other hand, is getting a little low. John Wells running after him. They do have the missile on Zenki. He should fall in the end, unless there's some miracle stick save. I don't think that's going to happen, and we have a zoom in of Medusa, because why not?
Yeah, and you know why? They're just getting impatient. This is C mentality where I lost one fight, I'll have to instantly earn it back.
Oh, the stolen Rocket Barrage. Cheeky, but unfortunately he actually has the damage and you do not. Palos, on the other hand, left alone, and he does have a DD, but my gosh, at this point, I don't really know if they can come back from this Neon Esport death ball that they got going.
Yeah, this is scary because whenever an anti-mage player, when they hit their Fury timing, all they want to do is to sit down quietly and then enjoy some much needed farm. So it's very scary for an anti-mage player to see that his teams are constantly falling or constantly forcing for fights, because when you have an anti-mage in your team, you know that mid-game you are most likely going to fight a 4 vs 5 team fight if you are forcing for one. So why would you keep asking for a 4 vs 5 team fight?
Yes.
For Wise is what they have so many ways to catch anyone that's split pushing with the Clockwerk, Mars, Rubick, and also LC. Why don't you just play to your strength? Just trying to find some small small skill team, small skill fight, or just quick pick off, and that will actually help your anti-mage so much more.
Yeah. And Palos, like, this is one of those times where you're like, yeah, you're happily farming, you're doing pretty well, and you're going neck and neck with the Medusa here. But every time your team loses a team fight, you're like, you're making the team heavier and heavier for him to carry, right? It's just a little bit more difficult. Oh, they got the nice little hook shot into the cogs. They pull, throw him back. They got the duel as well. The arena's going to be committed on this one, but it actually survives this. He does get Fey bolted in the end, so it looks like the rocket, the missile, excuse me, is going to connect on Enryu. He tried to heal it off. Here comes the rocket barrage. He gets pushed back from Skem, and they're going right after this. The cogs is not able to block him out. Impale onto Zenki. Really no chance here. He's going to look to go down, just create a little bit of space, and he does though fall down in the end. Natsumi with a double kill, but my gosh, Natsumi, this is not something that you want to see from Palos.
Yeah, not at all. Even Natsumi is joining the team fight, and Palos is like, oh guys, can you guys just stop dying on the map so that it just stop making it heavier for me to carry? Like the thing is, that was a good attempt coming out from YC Spray, just that their spell coordination wasn't perfect there. They should have just hooked into Pango, instantly duel him, but they lost like a fraction of a second there. And then it allows Pangolier to survive a little bit more and until the reinforcement comes. So YC Spray, they didn't get to retreat fast enough.
Rolling Thunder forward play hard is looking to do it, but God's Rebuke is going to be a little mistimed. It didn't actually work. The stolen Rolling Thunder, Samuel rolls after him, and it looks like he doesn't have the Arcana, and it's not green. So Samuel really needs the money, and he needs to win these tournaments to get that Rubick Arcana. But it looks like Enryu loses another duel to John Whale. Bob, on the other hand, is going to just moonwalk backwards, but he's going to get Rocket Barrage in the face. All that magic damage doing some work, and my gosh, their team is crumbling. He blinks away. Palos is just going to be like, just dude, guys, stop dying. Let me just farm. And arena's going to be used defensively. Bob just, he gets out of his own arena, and he doesn't die. The swashbuckle just barely misses, but it looks like he needs to be careful. A nice hook shot does connect, but he's got him in the cogs. But do they have the damage to actually kill him? Zenki gets a little low. Play hard, swashbuckles away, and Zenki gets slapped in the face by the dominatrix of John Well with that neutral item. And it looks like the play hard is going to be on point. John Well secures that kill, and it's going up and up for Neon.
Yeah, it feels very weird because it seems like Wise are just constantly inviting all these fights, even though they know that they are always going to be outnumbered.
Ooh, the blink forward. They got the spear back into the duel, but I don't know if this is the one you want to go for. He's so tanky. He survives. He turns on the stone gaze, and he turns it around. And he thinks, yeah, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. And he turns it up, and Palos goes down. It's a 2-0, and it's not even 20 minutes.
Yeah, can you imagine the pressure on Palos? Like after so many team fights that Wise has lost, they're like, all right, guys, I will come. Okay, I will come. And then the first fight that he involved, he died instantly.
Yeah.
And this is like the nightmare for all the anti-mage player out there. And also, obviously, they had such a good chance to burst down Natsumi if it wasn't for Pangolier rolling Thunder blink in to just interrupt everyone. So huge shout out there to play hard.
That's like the worst dual damage. I mean, yeah, you spear back Natsumi, and I was thinking, okay, we can just fight this one out. We can just kind of like let him stone gaze, everybody disengage, we can come back in, maybe get the duel in later, right? But like they went all in with all of their items, they went the duel and everything, and they just don't have the burst right now to kind of deal with this.
Yeah. And the thing is, Neon Esports, they are always 5-man. It's not like there is a chance that, all right, guys, we know that somewhere else is showing somewhere else, and then we just take a fight that we have number advantage. That never happened. Neon, they are just always together as a 5, and they are always prepared for this aggression coming from Wise, which is what really separates the two teams.
And I kind of feel like Neon right now, just their play style has just really been on point and just like turning it up to 11. They have this like really nice OG vibe, like this power of friendship thing that they got going. Like everybody's just kind of sticking together. They know that like, hey, if one person gets jumped on, we have like, the backup, and then we can save him. Like I just feel like these guys right now in terms of C, they're playing probably one of the they are probably the strongest team in C right now.
Yeah, someone asked me in the chat, is Neon the new king of Southeast Asia? I like to let result speaks for itself, and looking at their standings, they're 4-0 right now. They've beaten very strong teams. If they win this series out, they are 5-0. So, yeah, to me, they definitely are a very unstoppable force in the Southeast Asia if they manage to keep their roster going.
Oh, Palos, they've got him linked in. He was trying to blink. Oh, he does get away. He's going to get healed right there by Enryu. So they're trying to run away, at least disengage for now. Keep Palos alive. He is your #1 priority target.
Definitely. But Medusa has able to just keep a pretty good distance away from in terms of net worth from Anti-Mage. He's gonna get the Roshan, and then yeah, looking at him, he has already completed S and Y Skadi. He's queuing up a Divine plus a Roshan. That would be the timing that they are confident enough to just walk to the high ground and start ending the game.
Okay, so here comes the John Well. They thought he was fine, but he gets pulled back, speared, and he does stick for now. Nice two-man impale, just keeping himself alive. He does get hook shot. He's stuck in the cogs, but Zenki's actually in a bad spot. He gets stuck in as well, and John Well survives. Palos blinks forward and is not able to kill John Well. No vision. Palos, on the other hand, is like, where are the supports when I need them? The arena, Yule's up on the Pango, so they've got something. The spear's going to be off the mark. He misses that one. Natsumi gets speared, and he doesn't like that. And it looks like they're going to just disengage for now with two heroes dead.
Like you say, this is a team fight. This is the teamwork of Neon. They're like, alright, don't you dare touch my general. Once you make a move on him, all of us will just abandon Roshan instantly and come to save our boy first. Like, I would say any other team, they will just have Soul, general there, and then finish Roshan and get out. But not Neon.
Yep. Oh, the impale, a little off the mark. Rocket Barrage doing a decent amount of work, though. And Enryu gets missiled back, and that should just stop that one. Yopaj gets that one.
Yeah, overall, just Neon, once again, just displaying us their extraordinary mid-game ability, you know, their ability to take team fights, their ability to make crucial decision-making. Medusa now, he's getting recalled back to the team. He has already gotten himself the Scared Relic, so Divine should be just in the next few minutes.
I was kind of hoping that he would just go Brown Boots into Divine Rapier, just to make it interesting, right? Because then you'd be like, oh, if we just kill him, we get a Divine. Like, but unfortunately not the case. On the other hand, though, Palos will be able to steal the Ancient stack there, so that should help him. But, like, Natsumi, like, Battle Fury or no Battle Fury, doesn't really matter. He's still been able to just outpace Palos in the AM Battle Fury. Pretty good farming there.
Yeah, he has a built-in Battle Fury for himself, and also he has involved himself in a couple of successful team fights too. So all the space that he got, all the tower gold, Roshan gold, is sitting at a pretty comfortable situation right now. He's around 600 gold from the Divine. Oh,
Palos needs to be careful. He gets stunned again with the Rolling Thunder, but I don't think they have another. Oh, they do with the other one. He was just so lucky. The counter spell's on him. He's so low. The missile is going to be connecting, and he's able to reflect it. The call down is going to be used, but it's just going to be more zoning. Palos does get away. Nice lift off here, and here come his teammates. So they're here, but they're just a little late.
Yeah, on the other side, Scam lost to Enreal. Nice dodge there on the Impale.
Nice little movement there. Just a quick feet.
Well, once again, they are converging onto the mid lane. You really just want to stay with the Medusa right now, because there's still a potential that Weisberg could just burst down Medusa quick once the BKB is up on the Anti-Mage. So they still need to be really careful. But seems like he's gonna still complete the Divine Rapier. He's not afraid of anything right now.
He's got it. He's got the Rapier. 25 minutes. Oh my gosh, this Medusa. I mean, 3 big items, and that's your third one. And I mean, Natsumi's just gonna hit like a truck right now.
It's a bit scary though, because he got Aegis like 2 minutes ago, so he's not gonna have the Rapier plus Aegis timing for long. They'll have a downtime for him just having the Rapier, but without the protection of Aegis. So they have to be really careful right now for Neon, because this is the most vulnerable timing for Neon Esports overall.
Oh, Scam. They're looking for Zenki. They did see the Rocket Barrage, if anything. The Flare, excuse me. And it looks like they're called over Natsumi, and they're going to just look to push the last T2. Enryu, on the other hand, is looking to just cut the creeps, just buy a little bit of time.
Yeah, Jenna is trying to stop some TP here. Very early Glyph coming out from Weisberg. They're hoping that this Glyph will kill the catapult, but it does not.
Oh, they're on the pack, and he tried to TP. The cheeky little play by John Well. He actually then uses the bullwhip, but he gets dueled, and Palos is here as well. But a nice little spike. Carapace just slowing it down. TPs are coming, but John Well's already dead. I think they're going to look to cancel this one as they look to go high ground. Natsumi's on the high ground. He's looking to fight this. He's just go mano-a-mano against Bob, who does get missiled, and they do get the T3 hook shot. Here comes the call down, excuse me. Zenki's getting solo. He gets destroyed with his Divine Rapier. Just how much, look at how much damage it does. These Raxes don't stand a chance. You even have the Siege Catapult just on top of this. This is exactly what you want when you're trying to go high ground.
Yeah, the amount of AoE damage and controls from Neon now is just incredible, especially with the Stone Gaze and also Divine Rapier on Natsumi. If you're not be careful, you may have just died to their unknown AoE before you could actually touch her on the Medusa. Palos is trying to find an angle to go in, but he's getting completely scouted.
Oh, the arena, it goes in, but Palos had actually blinked away. He looks to go in this one, but it looks like the team is not on point here. Scam gets solo, overwhelming odds on both of them. He does kill Playhard and Scam, and Ryu's going to back off here. He's going to use his Blade Mail to kind of just zone him out. Palos, on the other hand, is looking to just cut the creeps by a little bit more time, especially since it's 1 versus 1, and Scam actually buys back.
Oh, Palos is cutting creeps though.
Yeah, that's going to slow it down, but Natsumi, Zenki with the hookshot just to keep himself alive. But backdoor protection is on, and that's just due to the fact that, you know, the creeps were cut, so to speak, in the sense that there's nobody nearby. Alright, so if anything, Palos needs to just control all the lanes and just not give a single creep wave to go anywhere near the high ground. That's like their best chance of just kind of getting themselves back in this game.
Yeah, Palos will just have to keep on killing the wave, but he has to be really careful of the general rotation though.
Oh, Palos got caught out. They do have the missile. It's going to zone in on him. It's running after him right now. And they do have it, but it looks like he should be able to be okay. He should be able to counterspell this, I mean. It's still on his tail. Oh, he does use it. Yes, and there we go. The counterspell. It's going to go right back on. Palos is continuing to farm.
Oh, Palos interestingly got the Heaven's Halberd, plus his RNG is good enough to have the Elven Tunic, so... but however, evasion doesn't help you at all against Divine Rapier, so that's a bit unfortunate. But Heaven's Halberd, the ability to disarm Rasumi is definitely going to be really crucial against Divine Rapier Medusa. So that could be the answers for them to win the team fight.
But they need to save Natsumi for the end. They need to figure out a way to kill like the supports who've just kept them in the team fights, right? The sustain, the control, the stuns, everything's just been on point right now. So they need to ensure that they don't focus on Yopaj and Natsumi right away.
Yeah. Kodo, Nyx Assassin, Pangolier, these are the important targets that they need to bring down first, especially play hard. Because we have all seen how well Rolling Thunder can be as a counter initiation tool. So LC, he has to prioritize the target very well.
Rolling Thunder, all right, onto Bob, who's actually kind of isolated right now. He's going to have to use the BKB just to keep himself alive, but it's going to slow it down. He's going to use the arena defensively, but he's slowly getting whittled away. The arena keeps him alive. The call down, okay, there we go. It's going to be just a zoning one. Zenki, though, is going to sacrifice himself for the greater good. He does go down in the end. The Cogs is there, but Bob survives the TP, and the buyback from Zenki is going to be back. Palos is looking to fight this one, but he does get the counterspell off, and he looks to get destroyed there. He does die. 94 seconds, no buyback. I think that this is going to be almost impossible for Vice Esports to come back now.
Man, the power of Medusa, even though the disarm was there, like once Medusa popped the Stone Gaze, you have extra movement speed, and then if you just accidentally get Stone Gaze by her, you're just gonna die to the Rapier, which is what happened to the LC and the Rubick there. And this is 90 seconds, like you say, with 60 seconds without buyback on Anti-Mage. And that's a Butterfly plus Divine Rapier on Medusa. This should be mega creeps coming out from Neon.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, like, Palos can technically deal with it. You know, the Megas, Bob, on the other hand, just goes down, so that's not really helping. I mean, yes, he has buyback, but that seemed a little just out of position for no reason there.
Yeah, that was a cute little play coming out from Yopaj that he forced Mars into the missile. So Mars didn't have the reaction time to just blink out of it.
So basically, you're saying Bob is slow.
Yopaj is fast.
Okay, Yopaj. Okay, well played, well played. Good save, good save. All right, they're going to go for the T4s here. They're just going to knock it down. 19 seconds. I mean, even for AM to come back. I think, Bob, you probably want to buy back at this point. I mean, T4s are down. Ancient is now exposed. Natsumi, not a care in the world. And here we go. The buyback is there, but, man, it's already a third life down, and the creeps are just getting in on the action right now.
Neon are just forcing, they're just forcing Bob to spend the buyback, and then once he did it, he's like instantly get out. So Bob feels very bad now. He's like, I knew I shouldn't have bought back.
Well, to be honest, I don't think they had a choice. And it looks like they've
That's true.
fake back in the sense that they're just going to back up to high ground, smoke it up, and then try to get some sort of pick off and just end the game, seeing as the Ancient is now exposed, especially with all of the Mega Creeps in on the action. Play hard, goes in, he got the Rolling Thunder, he finds Zenki, the call down is going to connect, the arena's going to be used, and they're looking to just fight this one. Zenki goes down, he's going to be down the first one, the Enryu goes down next, Palos is next on the list, he blinks away, he's got BKB, Ancient is still exposed, Bob on the other hand, just trying to get to the fountain, he's just slowed down, and they call GG, 32 minutes, 33-18 Neon Esports, firm control. I mean, aside from the somewhat rough laning phase, but other than that, I mean, it seemed like they were in full control of this game.
Yeah, I would even say in the entire series, it seems like they had really good control. They are very comfortable at every single point of the game, especially when it comes to mid game. Neon Esports just keep getting all the fights that they wanted. For some reason, Vice keep giving them the fights that they wanted as well. So maybe this is the biggest difference between a tier 1 team and a tier 2 team. Like Neon, they are just way better in controlling the fights that they want. And you don't really see Neon Esports getting too many trash team fights that they are not comfortable in taking. Most of the time, the offense and the retreats from them are very decisive.
And it's funny enough, if you're looking at it, Enryu didn't have the greatest of games, but his duel damage equaled all the duel damage that he gave to Neon Esports. So you know you're not going to win many games when that happens.
Definitely. Alright, that being said, Neon, I think it's not too early to congratulate them to getting to get one spot. For getting one spot in Singapore Major, and for YC Sports 1-4, it seems like they will have to grind from the lower division on the next season.
Well, I mean, it's still 5 games. I think that there's 8 teams, so you play
so 7
technically
games
3 more. I mean, they can maybe fight their way back. What is it? The bottom 2 get dropped?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they have only two games left. So the most they can do is 3-4. So it really depends on 496 and Execration now whether or not they lose more games.
yeah. You just this is one of those things where you don't have to be faster than the bear. You just need to be faster than one of the other guys, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. So in this case, 2 of the other teams. So hopefully they can figure something out. Vice Esports, so they have a long road ahead of them as they go into the rest of the Division 1 games.
Yeah. All right. That's all for today. Thank you, Howler. Thanks for joining.
All right.
Always
Till next time, man.
See you next time.
GG.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.